When thinking about diagnostic and prescriptive teaching, we know that it can be based on informal diagnostic assessments and or a combination of formal diagnostic assessments with the purpose of helping us to decide an entry point for instruction. And we just see the hourglass figure here to help us think about, again, what that continuum of instruction might look like and where the student is going to begin. Diagnostic and prescriptive teaching helps us to think about a carefully designed teaching plan based on that data, and then also how we're going to monitor the instruction and the mastery of skills on the individual's part. The teacher is skilled at providing prescriptive instruction, which means the teacher is constantly observing what's happening during the lesson and maybe making some just-in-time adjustments, as well as reflecting at the end of a lesson to decide on some next steps in the next lesson. Content is taught to mastery and automaticity, and progress monitoring data is carefully looked at and helped to make decisions and used in helping make decisions. We can think about synthetic and analytic when we think about two different approaches for teaching phonics. First of all, when we think about synthetic, we're talking about the approach where students learn how to transform letters and letter combinations into sounds and then blend the sounds together to form words. So for example, the teacher explicitly introduced the short A sound as ah and model how to blend it with other sounds they know. At, mat. Students would then read more words that have that medial sound by blending the sounds. In an analytic approach, instruction begins with a larger unit. So instead of the letter sound correspondence, there's the identification of a familiar word. The teacher then introduces the sound spelling relationship, and students are asked to use that to help them read words. So for example, a teacher might point out to the student that the medial sound ah is in the word mat. Since they can read mat with that medial sound, they will also be able to read such words as fat, tan, bag as whole words. When we think about these two different approaches to teaching phonics, we want to remember the findings of the National Reading Panel. First of all said, then any phonics approach, systematic phonics approach, is better than not teaching phonics at all and will increase reading outcomes just with the inclusion of a systematic phonics approach. They did not find one approach more effective than others, but more recent research suggests that synthetic phonics instruction with an initial focus on the correspondence between letters and sounds does lead to better reading outcomes. We also want to remember the characteristics of a structured literacy instruction approach as being comprehensive and inclusive. So we always want to be aware of the student's entire literacy menu for instruction. In addition to opportunities to work with the code in a structured way, there should be opportunities to build knowledge and understanding and to interact with peers, enrich conversations about meaningful topics.